Okay, so you say you started about 6 years ago. And so what was the process over the last 6 years to get to where you're at now, where you're the president of your own brokerage?
I mean, I definitely started not knowing a damn thing, like most real estate agents.
Sure.
I got into it because some friends of mine that were in real estate said I would be good at it, and it was a career choice I made very late in life, in my opinion. I was almost 40 at that point. It's a lot of work. But I got into it, and I'd say within the first 6 months, I realized really quickly that I wanted to go in a certain direction and really I really wanted to take my real estate license and turn it into a true business and career, a professional career.
Sure.
There's a lot of part-time agents out there that only do 1, 2, 3 transactions a year. They're not current on the technology and the new forms and continuing education that's necessary to keep you current and up to date. And it becomes very evident when you start, especially in the luxury area, you're dealing with an elite level of agents, and those agents are on point. And so if you're not on point as well,
You stand out.
mm-hmm.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Well, and I would think a lot of people, and I hear everybody wants to be a realtor at some point. Not everybody, but a lot of people. But I see or hear about them thinking that, they're going to go be a realtor and all of a sudden they're going to get all this business and start selling
Yeah.
houses or leasing them or whatever
Yep.
they do. And I think at some point reality sets in that it is a true business. You don't, just because you get a license doesn't
Yeah.
mean your phone's
You're
gonna start ringing.
self-employed. You own your own business. Even when you're with a broker and they're sponsoring you as an agent, you own your own business. You're responsible for those leads, whether you're on a team or not. I mean, if you really want to make a consistent income, a consistent, substantial income, you have got to learn how to generate your own leads and sustain yourself.
Yeah, you're an entrepreneur and you're
Mhm.
starting from scratch at whatever age you're at.
Mm-hmm.
You might get a few, hand-me-downs from
Correct.
whoever you're working for, which is probably the stuff they don't want to do or mess with, and
Right.
so you can kind of get your feet
Yeah.
wet. But
It's kind of a catch-22, because when you're a new agent, the only leads anyone's going to pass off to you are leads they don't want to deal with, and they don't want to deal with them for a reason. It's because it's clients or customers that have bad credit, or they don't have sufficient income to get financed. And so on top of being a new agent and not really knowing what you're doing, you're also dealing with
you're coming in dealing with the headaches of somebody
Correct.
that your boss
Right.
or
And then on top of that, a lot of times there aren't brokers or mentors readily available that are going to sit with you and teach you every little tiny nuance and intricacy of how to navigate through all of those different clients and different situations. And so it's very difficult at the beginning. You have to be very tenacious. You have to be able to be willing to hustle. And if you have a bad hour or a bad day or a bad month, it doesn't mean you quit. And I went through that, and I was very blessed to be able to have family and support that helped navigate me through that and supported me through it. And I naturally love to lead and teach. And so to combine those, I wanted to start my own brokerage or team, so to speak. That was my initial goal, to where I could pay that forward and then also build a business for myself.